Let's read. All that I have heard others say, all that I have found in books, all that I have written myself, seems savorless, dull, and heavy, when compared with what faith has unfolded to me of the unspeakable riches of God and of Jesus Christ. Christ alone can reveal himself to us. We toil and exercise our mind in reason and in science, forgetting that therein we can see only a copy, while we neglect to gaze on the incomparable original. In the depths of our soul, God reveals himself if we but realized it, yet we will not look there for him. We leave him to spend our time in foolish behavior or speech, and pretend to scorn communing with him, who is ever present, who is our King. It is not enough to know God as theory from what we read in books, or feel some fleeting affection for him that is brief as the wave of feeling or glimpse of the divine that prompts them. Our faith must be alive, and we must make it so, and by its power lift ourselves beyond all these passing emotions to worship the Father and Jesus Christ in all their divine perfection. This path of faith is the spirit of the church and will lead to great perfection. It was in this way that Brother Lawrence set out upon the spiritual life, with firm resolve and faithful pursuit, to foster in his heart this sublime sense of the presence of God as seen through faith. He continued in this without swerving, glorifying God and showing his love to him in so many ways they cannot be counted. In everything he did, he entreated the aid of our Lord, giving thanks after he had performed his task. If he felt he had been negligent in his work, he confessed it immediately and asked pardon for it trustfully, without, as he termed it, pleading with God. Since this communion with God was interwoven with his daily labor, which furnished him with substance for it, he did his work with a greater ease. And very far from distracting him from his communion, his work aided him in it. Yet he confessed that it was hard at first, that many times he had been unmindful of this practice, but that after humble confession of his failure, he had committed himself to do it again without concern. At times, a crowd of wandering, wild fancies would invade his mind and take violent possession of the place of God. When this happened, he kept quiet calm and proceeded immediately to expel them. With this done, he returned to his commune with God. At last, his faithfulness and patience won its reward, in the possession of his soul by a sense unbroken and undisturbed of the presence of God. From that time on, all his many and various activities were changed into an unclouded vision, an illumined love, a joy uninterrupted. This is what he once told me. For me, the time of activity does not differ from the time of prayer, and in the noise and clatter of my kitchen, while several persons are together calling for as many different things, I possess God in as great a tranquility as when upon my knees at the Blessed Sacrament. Sometimes, indeed, my faith becomes so clear that I almost imagine I have lost it. The shadows that usually veil our visions seem to flee away, and there begins to dawn that day which is to be without cloud and without end, the glorious day of the life to come.